welcome to our brand new podcast series, Style Essentials, Discovering Your Capsule Wardrobe Journey. So in this series, we'll be diving into the fashion world, more focusing on how to find your personal style and how to build your capsule wardrobe. So if you stay until the end of the video, there will be some exciting videos. So we'll be asking you a question, and for the lucky winner who gets the answer right, there will be exciting gift waiting for you at the end of the video. So to start off with the first episode in our series, we have an exceptional personality who is a former Miss Sri Lanka, an actor and an entrepreneur, who is Gamya Wijayadasa with us. Welcome, Gamya. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and we are thrilled to work with you.
Thank you for having me.
So to start off with, tell us a little bit about yourself. How are you doing? How's life been for you these days?
Okay, so it's been good. It's been good. I would say it's a challenging time for everyone. That's the reality that we live in. And as an entrepreneur and of course as an actor as well, it's difficult to find ways to thrive in times like these, but I think that's where the challenge is, and that's where we get a fantastic opportunity to grow. Like I always believe that challenging times are really opportunities for us to expand ourselves, think differently, think creatively, and grow. And I think that's what you guys are doing as well, which is fantastic, which was one of the reasons why I was so excited to be a part of this as well.
Yes, thank you so much. So the first question to you today is, who initially drew you into the world of fashion, and how has your personal style evolved over the years?
It's definitely evolved, I'll tell you that much. But I think as far back as I can remember, even when I was maybe 3-4 years old, going to kindergarten, from that time, it was, I think, mostly my mom and my aunts, my grandmother, who really had these conversations around fashion. They made their own clothes, though they were in other professions, they were professionals, but they absolutely loved spending their spare time making clothes and being creative with that. And they shared ideas, and I remember conversations around, ruffled sleeves or puff sleeves or pin tucks or those things, and they used to knit. And there was a lot of fashion inspiration within my household, so that's where it started. And even as a child, I remember making my own clothing choices and saying, this is what I wanted to wear to kindergarten, and this is what I wanted to wear to so-and-so's wedding. So it started like that. As a teenager, of course, growing up in Australia, the fashion scene was very different, and the number one priority was to fit in when you're a brown girl in an all-white school. All you wanted to do was fit in. So I made some bad fashion choices, and so that's why I said it's really evolved, and I've come to grow into what I can now call my personal style.
So you started in kindergarten. That's
pretty much, yes. I remember my mother saying that, you were really a pain because every other kid just wore what they were told to wear, but I was like, oh no, these shoes don't go with these dresses. So it was kind of, it was difficult to please me, but they did a good job.
Right, okay, interesting. Okay, so if you had to describe your style in 3 words, what would they be?
Effortless, because I genuinely put very less or no effort at all into my fashion. Also timeless, because I do like to invest in pieces that are timeless and will transcend seasons and trends and things like that. And moody as well. How I dress really depends on how I feel on the day.
Yes.
So definitely moody.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So how do you incorporate your personal style into your everyday looks?
I think my personal style is my everyday look, which is why I tend to always gravitate towards particular looks that are very aesthetically me. And even when people look at my social media or my Instagram profile or that aesthetic, people ask me, how do you create this aesthetic? the aesthetic is me. So that's how it's so seamless, and that's how it's so easy for me to create that or to represent that version of me on social media. But my number one priority is to be comfortable in my own skin and to dress comfortably. So you will never see me, or very rarely see me, being uncomfortable for the sake of fashion or for the sake of a trend. And the more you get older, the more you get in touch with who you are. You embrace comfort and being who you are way more. So now, unless I really have to, I will not be wearing heels to look taller, because I'm very comfortable with my height. Whereas before, or many years ago, that was something I felt like I had to do to fit or please a certain standard that was set, for us by other people. You'll never see me wearing something super tight, or wearing like figure enhancers to look thinner or slimmer, because again, I'm very comfortable with where I'm at in terms of my body. So I don't really push those sort of boundaries to be uncomfortable for the sake of pleasing some standard that doesn't exist for me.
Yes, that's cool. So, right. So with different fashion trends, how do you adapt your style to incorporate your personal aesthetics?
I think by sticking to what you know works best for you, you can always be in style, because style is very personal. Of course, trends come and go. And with the current society that we live in, and the amount of avenues that we have available to us to communicate these trends to us, whether it's TikTok or social media like Instagram, Facebook, all of that, and then you have all these other fashion platforms that are very common as well and widely used. So the communication is way more frequent, and trends can change way more frequently than before. Those days we used to just get Vogue, or runways would set trends, and that's how we would follow them seasonally. But now they change too often, and you can't keep up. So for me, I think just knowing what works for me, what works for my complexion, what works for my body type, what works for my lifestyle is how I stay stylish. I don't know if that is stylish, but it's what makes me feel my very best and my most authentic self, and also the most confident.
Yes, exactly. Okay. All right. So how do you approach mixing and matching different pieces to create a stylish outfit?
Okay. When I saw this question as well, I was reminded of this funny anecdote, which is when I was in secondary school in Melbourne, and we left school to go to university. We had like a gathering for all our teachers, and it was like a social gathering. So outside of the school, it was like at a restaurant, and the teachers gave little certificates or awards to students based on their personalities, which was kind of interesting, and it was a way of them letting us know that they knew us and our personalities. So I got the award of Miss Mix and Match. Wow. So that was for basically my fashion choices.
We had
we had a uniform. I was like 18 at the time. We had a uniform, but we had these free dress days where we get to wear casual clothes. And on those days, I was very fashionable. they thought. So the teachers had noticed that I was good at mixing and matching, which is why I got that certificate. So yes, mixing and matching is very important when creating an outfit. And I think the best looking women with the best bodies, and they would look amazing in any type of clothes, sometimes get it wrong because they just don't know how to put pieces together. And a lot of young girls who are trying to explore the world of fashion as well, I feel that their struggle is in that, how to sort of mix and match pieces, whether it's color, whether it's silhouettes, whether it's kind of textures or cuts. So I think that's something that we have to just work with in terms of trial and error. make mistakes, study other people, study body shapes similar to yours, complexions similar to yours, and just sort of learn. It's an art, it's a process. It's also, I would say, sort of a science. Let's not be haphazard about it and just put whatever we can grab together, because there is a process to it, and that should be studied and learned, I think.
So for the next segment, we have 3 options of our Z outfits for Gamya to rate. So you can have a look at it. We have 3 options, so you can rate them.
It really depends on the occasion. I actually like all 3 for different occasions, but immediately if I were to be gravitating towards one just for like, oh, wear it now kind of thing, I would say B.
B, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Any specific reasons?
Yeah, I think it's very, it's representative of my personal style a little bit as well. It's the right proportions, and I feel like it's effortless and also timeless. So these are the things I mentioned before. So the second I look at an outfit, I look at those components, and if that's fitting, then it works for me. So B, yes.
B, all right. So moving on to the next question. So many people find confidence through their outfits, right? So how do you believe personal style contributes to one's confidence?
I think sometimes it makes all the difference, because your first impression is one of the most important impressions that you make on a person, and most of our communication is non-verbal. So of course the way you dress, the way you look, your posture, your body language, all of that comes into play, and it tells a story about you when you dress a particular way. And I think with me personally, when I dress entirely comfortable, when my outfit I know is giving the kind of impression that I want it to give, I feel the most confident. So my personal belief is that when you dress well and you feel good in it and you feel comfortable in it, you exude so much confidence. And I study this a lot as well and observe it in others. I see that a lot of people, especially women, they tend to wear things that I feel they believe are pleasing to other people, maybe even more pleasing to men. Like they would wear a tighter garment, and they would not feel that they have the right kind of body to go with it, or the right kind of confidence to go with it. So they would wear it, and I would see young women who are stunningly beautiful just wearing things that are not comfortable for them, and constantly adjusting, fixing, doing. So it takes away from who you are. It takes away from your confidence, and who are you trying to please? Because it's clearly not you, because you're not pleased to be in that outfit. So even if it's like a really deep plunging neckline, because they believe that's the most, sexy way to dress, or the most sensual, or the most attractive way to dress, and then you're constantly looking down all the time to see if somebody's, I'm getting a view, or I mean, it's not a good look, and it's so unnecessary. Because if you feel your best self in a neckline up to here, and you're just like, serve me, I feel like that's key to how you can tell your story. Whether it's wearing 6-inch heels and really not being able to walk in it, and being, like just twiddle taddle, and not being able to confidently walk in it. Why? Like, I cannot walk in a 6-inch heel anymore, especially in Sri Lanka, because we don't have the right floors for that, especially on the streets. So I prefer to be in a flat and walk tall, walk well and walk beautifully. So I think, confidence and fashion, they go hand in hand, and you have to make the right choices for that to happen.
Right. Okay. So can you think of any specific Z pieces which you think will build confidence?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the reasons why I collaborated with Z before as well is because I feel like there are a lot of pieces that are really great for especially young girls, or girls at any age, who are experimenting with what works for them, and just fashion and trends. And especially the coordinated sets, it makes mixing and matching so much easier, and having solid colors make color blocking and matching a lot easier as well. And
so currently they have blazers.
Exactly. yeah, and I love a blazered look. And I feel like the pieces are something you can build into your wardrobe where they can later be used and worn in various ways. So when you do buy something, then it becomes an investment piece. So you can, wear it a million times in different ways. So that's one of the things. And I think my favorite pieces would definitely have to be some vibe coordinated pieces for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, right. So fashion is always evolving, right? There are new trends and seasons. So, what are some current trends that you're excited about? Is there anything specific?
I honestly don't keep up with the trends too much. I know that I can't also keep up with trends because the trends that are, things that are trending at the moment are made in the Western world most of the time, and they are seasonal for them. But I live in a tropical country, and what I wear or what I can wear are very, different from the choices they can make. For example, if really cute, shorts are in the rest of the world, I can't wear them here and walk down the road and be comfortable and not stared at. So I have to make different choices. So I would wear like a linen short that's a little bit wider, in its fit and a bit looser in its fit because it can breathe, because it's humid here. And I would pair it with a linen shirt so that it can breathe again and be comfortable and stylish, while at the same time being conservative enough or covered enough so that I don't attract unwanted attention. So I think because of that, I don't follow trends that closely, but I do follow trends when it comes to bags, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Yes. So because I'm a huge bag fanatic. So whatever is trending in the world with bags, I will make sure that I basically spend all my hard-earned money and just buy that bag. Right now, I'm really loving the woven rattan type or basket bag types. So your Loewe, your Chloe, the Chloe Woody bag. Those are my dream bags at the moment. So I think, when it comes to trends, bags are because bags can be pretty much worn anywhere in any season. So that's the reason why I tend to, invest in those.
Right. Okay. Interesting. So in this segment, Gamya will be walking us through how to mix and match and how to pair these Z pieces right here. So it's all yours.
Oh, the pressure. Okay, so I did have a look before at the pieces that we have, and again, I will definitely be talking about pieces that are buildable and things that I feel are investment pieces for your wardrobe, so you can just wear them seasonally and kind of wear them in various ways. So, staying true to who I am, the first thing I'll gravitate towards is obviously like a white pant. Can't go wrong with a white pant. So I would definitely do this with a beige. No surprises there either. Everyone's like, yes, beige. What a surprise. So that sort of look, or even that sort of look, depending on how you want to dress your body. Again, this is such a basic combo, but it can be dressed up, dressed down, and if you open the buttons up and put a tank top underneath in white to match the pants, that's a different look, and tucked in slightly more put together over the pants like this, and it's a different look again. You can accessorize it and you can change it up with your shoes and your bag. So this is one of my fave looks for sure.
So which color accessories
I would stay in the neutral zone, so like browns and things like that. And when I was also just looking through your accessories corner, I found these, which I think are so beautiful and perfect with this look as well.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll be taking these. But yeah, these are stunning, and also works with the white as well because of the white pants. So that's a different look. So yeah, this is my first combo, I would say. Let's put that here. And the next is, I think this one I really liked as well, just because it's a very interesting take on a shirt dress, because it's got this wrap component, because it will give you a little more shape across your midsection. And again, a V-line is very lengthening. It makes you look slimmer and taller. Not that you should want to look slimmer or collar, but it will just make the body that you have look even better. Right. So this, I think, is a great look. You can wear it with a sandal, you can wear it with a heel, dressed up like this, or again, it goes from like brunch to even like a nice professional meeting easily. Just have to pair it with a good bag and shoes. So that's another look. And yeah, another interesting look I thought would be good is this. Again, it's a wrap, for wrap kind of situation, not a real wrap. I think it's a, or maybe it is. But yeah, that's the look. If you can hold that for me for a second, I'll just. Again, it's white, so it's nice and neutral and timeless. And I love this because it's very flattering on most body shapes and most looks. And then you have the fabric, very breathable and perfect for summer.
Yes.
And it hugs you in the right places, and it flares out here, so it's not that full body hugging, very uncomfortable kind of feeling. Yeah, so these I think are my top 3 from the looks that we have today. And yeah, there's something you can really wear without worrying about how it will look or whether it'll go wrong, because there's a good chance that it will not go wrong.
Right. So thank you for that, Gamya.
Thank you.
So finally, Gamya, I would like to know a little bit about the capsule wardrobe. I don't think many people know about the logic of this capsule wardrobe.
Yeah. Basically, a capsule wardrobe is something which is a very small amount of clothes in one's wardrobe, as opposed to like having quite a lot of different pieces. This small amount of pieces will be interchangeable, so that means they can be worn intermixed with each other, and they'll be in a very similar color palette, so the mixing and matching then becomes easier. And I would personally say they are well-tailored, very intentional pieces. That means you haven't just grabbed it because it's on sale. You've picked it, and you've been intentional about why you picked it, because it fits you well, it's a great quality fabric, or it's a great cut, and it's an investment piece. So these pieces will last you a very long time, and they can be worn across seasons. And basically, I would say a capsule wardrobe is something that we must all be looking into now, because we are becoming more and more aware of overconsumption, which is you see it and you buy it and you just throw it away because it doesn't fit you or it doesn't flatter your skin tone or something. People are realizing that more and more now, which is why capsule wardrobes are becoming more popular, because you buy intentional pieces that are something you can use and gain value out of, rather than just throwing your money away and just adding to the huge problem of overconsumption that we have going on.
Amazing. So thank you so much for your valuable insights, Gamya.
Thank you.
And we'll be talking more about how to create the capsule wardrobe in our upcoming videos. So last but not least, there is a question for you all. So you can see few options on the screen, and using this you have to send us what Gamya would pick. So that is the question for today. So you have to guess what Gamya would pick.
I
so
love
you can,
this.
yeah. So you can send us your answers. Whoever gets the answer right will get some exciting gifts. So that brings us to the end of our video today. So thank you so much, Gamya.
Thank you.
So stay tuned with us for more fashion insights.